And you further told the court that prior to comparing the test bullet with the same bullet, you started by comparing the test bullets themselves to find out if they were indeed from the same firearm.
It was to familiarize myself with the markings, my lord, not to determine whether they were fired from the same firearm.
Now, before we go further, because Mr. Mangena requested your opinion, why did you have to pen a 212 statement?
The 212 statement, my lord, was requested by Advocate Baloyi.
Is it the procedure, ma'am, that when a person who has been requested for an opinion, if that ever does happen within the context of forensic science and corruption?
It's not necessarily.
I'm not yet done with asking a question.
Excuse me. Sorry,
yes.
madam.
The procedure that a person has been requested to give an opinion, and they go through the bullet they go through the exhibits using microscope. They pen a 212 statement. In other words, what you did was that normal procedure?
It's not the standard procedure, my lord, but there is, again, an exception.
What are the exceptions in this case?
In this case, my lord, it was requested by Advocate Baloyi, as it was mentioned in court, that we did view the exhibit bullets and the test bullet for us to furnish the court with the report.
Mr. Baloyi does not work in the forensic science laboratory. You probably don't work according to his instructions. Not so.
My lord, I cannot answer such a question.
It's a legal document, 212, is it not? Yeah.
What is the issue with the legal document, my lord?
Section 212 affidavit is a legal document.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Is it correct to Mr.
That's correct.
Mnisi is correct? You don't think it is?
But I don't understand what are the basis for the court to raise the issue that the 212 statement is a legal document.
It's because you are saying Baloyi doesn't work in a laboratory.
Yes.
So I'm saying the document which this witness says was prepared for her by Baloyi, it's a legal document. Section 202, subsection 4, subsection 8 of the Criminal Procedure Act. That's all I'm saying.
And this witness has just said my lord, that was not, it is not normal procedure. So I don't understand how does the court then fit in the fact that this is a legal document when this witness has said
yeah, it is a legal document.
Procedure.
If you think it's not a legal document, you can take me on appeal.
I'm not saying it's not a legal document, my lord, but
if you think I'm wrong,
I want to know.
Listen to me. If you think I'm wrong, take me on appeal. It's your right. Because I am correct.
I'm on the point of procedure, not on the legality of the document.
I am also on the point of procedure. Section 212 document, it's a legal document. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Wow. So last week it was Advocate Ramsipili, okay? And he said, I am cross-examining the witness, but I see from the corner of my eye that you are shaking your head, Your Honor. Why are you shaking your head, my lord? Dear Lord, where is the boldness coming from? We thought, wow, okay, Ramsipili has taken us by surprise. But guess who took us by surprise today? Mnisi. What? Wemvula. What? Mnisi was cross-examining Miss I can't recall. And he asked her, why did you do a 212 statement? And she says, because Baloyi is the one who asked me to do it. And he said, but Baloyi is not your boss. Baloyi doesn't work in the lab and done. So how are you taking instructions from Baloyi? And just that alone was enough to set the judge off, because first of all, Sibanda objected. A very, very subtle, faint, I've got to say something objection here. Barely audible what he says. But guess who takes the mic? Guess who takes the mic and says, this is my moment, this is my chance to shine, and I am going to go for it. Yes, you guessed it, Judge Rata. He said, Section 212 is a legal document. You know how he loves to just mutter his brilliance in the background. Today, Mnisi said, that is the end of the road for you, okay? What did you just say, my lord? I just said it's a legal document. He was shocked. The judge was shocked that he's being questioned on what he said. So he just repeats it. I just said it's a legal document. And Mnisi goes, okay, what is the issue with the legal document, my lord? And Rada goes, well, it's a legal document. That's all I'm saying. Is that correct, Mr. Sbanda? And Mr. Sbanda says, yes, that's correct. And Nisi says, I'm not dropping this. I still don't understand why you're bringing that up. What is the basis of the court to raise an issue that a 212 statement is a legal document? And Judge Retta says, because you're saying Baloyi doesn't work in the lab. That's all I'm saying. Nisi says, I still don't understand. Ungenapi, okay? That was all that Nisi had to say at this point. And then Judge Retta said, because now, the back and forth is not working for him. So now he's putting back on his red coat and he's saying, wait a minute, I'm the judge. I can say whatever I want. And then he says, quite loudly and boldly, if you think I'm wrong, then take me on appeal. But guess what? I am correct. Then why would you say that? Why would you say take me up on appeal, but I'm correct? The arrogance, the bravery, because you were called out, and still under his breath he mutters something. I'm not sure if he says good or he says God, but let me know in the comment section down below what you hear, because I tried to raise the volume. I still can't make out what he's saying. Nisi decides to drop it for now. Let's hear where he goes with this.
You said, although this was not procedure, you did that in compliance with the instruction from Mr. Baloyi.
It was a request, my lord.
Yes. When I
noma
request for
usho-ke
instruction,
ukuthi
it doesn't-
akusiyona-ke indlela
Thank you. Mr. Sireyo told the court that a 212 statement in respect of firearm analysis is only prepared by the main examiner. That is the first person who works on the exhibit. And the person who then confirms his work does not have to pen a 212 statement. They only sign in the form that is there in their file. Is that how it works?
That is generally how it works, my lord, unless the court requests a document to be provided in support or to assist the court.
Exactly. That order can only come from the court, not from Mr. Baloyi. Did you receive any order that came from the court that you should prepare a 212 statement?
My lord, I cannot comment on that.
Thank you.
Doesn't have authority to instruct any practitioner to prepare a 212 statement. I don't have that authority.
That is so.
I can't make that order.
Yes. I agree with the court 113%. The court is 113% correct. Therefore, that goes to the legality of the 212 statement that this witness prepared. But I won't get there now. My time will come to get there. Whether on appeal or where, but my time will come. Thank you, my lord.
Just in case you're wondering, a quick reminder, Mnisi used to be a prosecutor, and in Judge Retta's words last week, a senior prosecutor. So he knows, okay, that what Baloyi did is not legal. And the judge is trying, level best to regain control. But Mnisi says, don't do it. Don't do it. My time will still come. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But my time always comes, whether it's in an appeal or where. But I will be back to address this very matter of Baloyi issuing out a request for 212 statements. On what authority? Meanwhile, the court itself cannot even do that. So how on earth is Baloyi able to do that? Now, this is what brings to my attention with this issue. Last week, Baloyi was adamant to submit these into the record and was not going to call them to lead their evidence in chief. he was not going to do it. He just wanted to submit these 2 and 2 statements as what? As exhibit what and what. And he thought that was going to be the end of it. But accused number 3 over there, Mr. Mtovisi Ncube said, oh, not on my watch. I might be guilty of other uncabi things. I might be mgulugudu. But one thing I didn't do, I did not kill a Senzo Meiua. And 2, there is no way you're just going to shuffle some papers on my case. And no way. Bring them to court. And this is why we have the ever so arrogant Miss, I don't recall, Captain Grobler right there in the witness stand. Now let's see how she progresses the rest of the day, because Mnisi Unfiltered has unleashed himself and introduced himself to her so that there is no confusion for the rest of this cross-examination. Let me know your thoughts on that heated exchange between Judge Rata and Mnisi Unfiltered. Okay? Catch you in the comment section. Okay, let's continue on.
Now you say you were requested for an opinion. And for you to give that opinion, Mr. Mangena also gave you his file with all the exhibits. So,
No, my lord, that's not what happened. He came to my office with the case file and handed me the exhibits. I did not remove them from the case file myself.
Weza-ke nayo-ke ifayili lecala leli-ke kanye nawo-ke akusimina-ke owakhipha-ke amazibiti kulona-ke ifayili lecala.
that is what I said. He gave you the exhibits. What's the difference?
Sorry, I misunderstood that you said he gave me the
Yeah,
file.
no, I said he
There's a
gave you the
difference.
exhibits.
Okay, then that's correct. If he handed me the exhibits, that is correct.
Thank you. Now, I had a look at the definition of the term opinion. What opinion entails, unless the forensic science laboratory has got its own definition of the word opinion. And this is what I got. Just give me a second. And this is what I got from the Concise Oxford Dictionary. And it describes or it defines an opinion as a view or a judgment or belief based on grounds short of proof, provisional conviction. It's a view which is held as probable. In other words, it's a belief or that is based on grounds that are short of proof. In other words, it's a you don't need to experiment it. You don't have to do an experiment. That is what opinion is. If you want to confirm it, you can go on Google. So what you did here, you went through the exhibits and analyzed them and came to the conclusion that the exhibits that were handed to you were fired from the same firearm that is vis-a-vis now the same bullets. So
That's correct.
that was no longer an opinion in terms of what opinion is from the dictionary. That was a confirmation. Do you agree with me?
No, my lord. This is a microscopic opinion based on my training and experience. It's not just a discussion on a random opinion. I use the microscope based on specific procedures and things I looked at on the microscope according to my training and my experience.
By the way, you said Mr. Mangena said to you, can you please give him your opinion on the package that he gave you, on the file that he gave you?
It's a microscopic opinion.
Or were those his words?
Yes, my lord, I gave him a microscopic opinion based on what I found on the microscope, referring to the exhibit test and the exhibit and the test bullets.
Microscopic opinion.
My lord,
That's why
whether
they
you said
requested you
microscopic or
to
can
give
you can you do it on the microscope, it still refers to the same thing.
Just become, you know, words carry very strong message. you're telling this court that Mangena came to you and said, can you please give me your opinion on this? Can you please give me, the second version is, can you please give me microscopic opinion on this? And the third version is, can you give me opinion on microscope on this?
My lord, the opinions are not different. My statement clearly states microscopic opinion. It is a word. Can you look at on the microscope, microscopic opinion? It still refers to the same action.
Because, ma'am, I'm going to tell you that what you're telling this court as having been a request from Mr. Mangena, that is not what Mr. Mangena told this court. And I'm going to specifically refer to you what he told this court. He told this court that he requested you to confirm his work, not an opinion. He told this court that he requested you to confirm his work. Is that not what he said? There's an objection from the state. Thank you.
From the state. Those were not aware. Colonel Mangena, he requested for an opinion, not a confirmation.
Do you have
Unless
the record of that?
I do not have the typed record at this stage, my lord.
Don't
But
have it.
from the notes, it's clear that he requested for an opinion.
Oh, sit.
As it is the court, my lord, let me take you to the record where Mr. Mangena requested for your confirmation, not an opinion. Now, if you bear with me, for the benefit of the court, of course.
But this witness is here. The evidence may differ, as you're saying, from Mangena's evidence. But she is adamant that she was requested to furnish a microscopic opinion.
That's correct, ma'am.
That's what you were requested.
That's correct.
Not that you must confirm his findings.
That's correct, ma'am.
Okay, so it won't help us to check the record. You are right. She says she's right.
No, my lord, it can't be like that. I can't be right and she's also right when we're talking two different things. One must not be right. And the state stood up when I said Mr. Mangena requested you to give him your, to confirm his work. The state stood up and emphatically said that Mr. Mangena requested this witness to give him an opinion. Now the court says no, Mr. Mangena said give me a microscopic opinion.
Okay.
We both right.
How do you give an opinion, ma'am?
By confirming what I see
On what?
on the microscope, ma'am.
Is that what you use to decipher?
Yes, my lord. The tool used, whether it's a confirmation, an opinion, it is still on the
Okay,
microscope.
fine.
Ukuthi ke kufanele ngiqinisekise nikeze ngovo kodwa ke kusezosetshenziswa into eyodwa ukuthi iyona ke leya microscope engizobheka ngayo.
Fortunately, my lord, I will not allow to be sidetracked this time, but this is what Mr. Mangena said. He said it in his evidence in chief. He also said it under cross-examination by Mr. Ramusipili. And this is what he says. Now, and we should bear in mind that the state says in its objection that Mr. Mangena requested an opinion from you, not to confirm. But let's go to the record of the 30th of August 2023. Probably don't have it. I've got it here. I'm going to read this. Do you understand?
I understand, madam.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to request you to bear with me because I'm going to read 4 full pages. Now, The date of this record is the 30th of August 2023. We are starting on page 79 on line number 8, where he says, okay, let us start at line number 5, where he says, once we have a match on it, or even if it is a negative, but to confirm that, I will call one of my colleagues to come and confirm if my findings are correct. And in this instance, I have asked more than, I think it was 4 colleagues to confirm that. All of them confirmed it. Now this is for the 4th time that the word confirm is being used, not so. Confirmed that, but only one signed the confirmation form, and it was Lieutenant Colonel Surero who confirmed the case for me that the bullets, there's a triple dots, then the court intervened. Sorry, Lieutenant Colonel, Mr. Mangena, Sereyo, court Sereyo, Mr. Mangena, yes. Then the court says, can all those people come and give evidence so that there's an intervention? Mr. Baloyi then says, yes, indeed, we'll be calling Colonel Sereyo. The court asked, Sereyo, Mr. Baloyi, yes. Then the court asked, is that the one who signed this? Mr. Baloyi, he who signed this. Mr. Mangena, he is the one who confirmed it. So, Lieutenant Colonel, you are carrying out a demonstration. You are still carrying out a demonstration. Now, you probably heard what I read, not so?
I heard, my lord.
You still insist that he requested you for an opinion.
My lord, Colonel Mangena gave me an exhibit and he gave me tests. He asked me to compare it, to look at it, to confirm it on the microscope. The action is still on the microscope. After I gave him my opinion, saying that I'm of the opinion that this test bullet was fired from the same firearm as the exhibit bullets, and he had written the same thing, it is a confirmation that my opinion is the same as his. We confirmed it is the same.
One thing I've learned about Mnisi is that he is a very, very patient man. He also doesn't lose his temper, and you can speak to him any kind of way. You are not going to derail him from his plan. Now, the state tried to object. Judge Rata tried to interject and come in there. Now, they all failed because he read it to them, okay? And he read Mangena's evidence in chief again for everyone's benefit because, hello, I told you all before I read it that it was not an opinion, it was a confirmation. With all the theatrics, of course. We all know Mnisi is going to put the theatrics, since he is who? Mnisi Wemvula. But you know what? I love it. I loved it. That's why I was so quiet this whole time. I know some of you are so happy, like, yes, she's not going to jump in and comment. Because I was just so shocked. One thing that is shocking to me is I tried to see it from Mrs. I can't recall's perspective. So she just automatically, there's nothing that Mnisi did, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could have missed it. Let me know in the comment section if you saw it. Where Mnisi offended her, let me know if you guys saw it. Where he offended her, where he belittled her, where he spoke down to her, where he was condescending to her. I never heard it. But let me tell you something. Mrs. I can't recall is all out guns blazing. Okay, she went from it was a microscopic opinion. She was so firm about it to now Mnisi has read it. She says doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter what you read to me. At the end of the day, I used the microscope, so it was a microscopic opinion confirmation. Why is she like this? Why did she come guns blazing? I've never been on the witness stand, but I imagine if someone asked me questions, I'll just answer the questions. But why would she be so defensive? Now that is the smoking gun. That there lies the answer of what exactly is the problem. What is she trying to hide? What is she avoiding? Why is she this way? I wish I could see her body language as well. I wish I could see her. Then I would tell you about the body language. Exactly what is going on. Why is she tense? Why is her face clenched? Why is she turning pink? Red. What color is she at this point? I am sure she's multiple colors, okay? She's the colors of the rainbow. Because, hello, you know, once the storm comes, there is always a rainbow, okay? I'm sure she's giving rainbow colors right there, but what can we do? We can't see her. But let's continue on and see where they go to next.
Now, the term confirmation, again, when we go to the Oxford Concise Dictionary, is described as to establish something more firmly, to ratify, to certify, and corroborate. That is what the dictionary defines what confirmation is. You can also go and look it on Google. Did you get that?
I heard that, madam.
Thank you. Now, what you did, it is exactly what Sirero did, not so?
It is the same thing, madam.
Engakwenza nokwenziwa usileyo into eyodwa.
The only difference is I did not sign a document.
Umehluko ukuthi mina ke alikho ke iphepha noma ke document la engasayinda khona.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Sirero, this aspect has been touched base by my colleague, Mr. Ramusipili. Mr. Sirero, in confirming, because that's what the procedure for confirming is, indicated that he worked on bullet number 9, on bullet number 8 and bullet number 4, test bullet number 8 and test bullet number 4, for purposes of confirming Mangena's results. Do you follow?
I follow, madam.
Ushilo ke usileyo ukuthi yena ke wasebenza ke ngayo ke uTB8 noTB4 uqinisekisa umsebenzi wakhe uMangena.
Now we are telling this court, before I get there, and indeed, as a confirmer or a reviewer of Mr. Mangena's work, he came to the court and demonstrated how he actually arrived at his confirmation of Mr. Mangena's work by producing documents which were flighted there in court. That is confirmation. Do you follow?
Are you referring to a court chart?
Excuse me?
Are you referring to a court chart? What do you mean by
Or chart.
Is that what you're referring to, sir?
He brought documents, yes.
Okay.
I'm referring to that because he was confirming. Now you, in confirming, what did you do?
I examined the exhibit and the test bullets on the microscope. After examination, I gave an opinion, confirmation to Colonel Mangena, saying that I am of the opinion that this test bullet was indeed fired from the same firearm. The exhibit bullet was indeed fired from the same firearm as the test bullets. It was verbal.
Now, Mr. Ramusipiri said to you, except for your word, the allegations, as empty as they are, that you confirmed Mr. Mangena's work, what do you have vis-a-vis what Mr. Sirero brought to the court?
I did not prepare court charts, my lord, as I did not complete an official document.
Is that how a ballistic expert who confirms their colleagues' work do things?
My lord, again, this is an exception. I'm being called as an opinion giver, not as a verifier. I was called to explain as to what I found on the microscope.
You know, ma'am, when we started off with this ballistic jargon or this ballistic language. We started off by saying this is part of science. And it being a part of science, science is an art of precision and accuracy, not word. Science is seen, not so.
That's correct, my lord. My finding was based on skills and facts established by means of examination, which require knowledge and skill in forensic ballistics.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Mnisi Wemvula took care of business. What happened to Miss Confident? What happened to Miss Yelling? What happened to Miss Condensing? And what happened to Miss I cannot recall? Now she has been reduced to almost tearing up. Rewind it, okay? Rewind it and listen to her voice crack. I thought she was gonna cry. Mnisi! How could you do this to an officer of the court? I love it so much. What in the Mzansi Unfiltered was that? Now, all of a sudden, that Mnisi has brought back, one thing about Mnisi, don't play with him. He has brought back the definition of science is what? An art of precision and accuracy. She couldn't handle it. That's all he had to say to crack her, because she surely cracked on. I love it. Let me end it here. I know some of you guys are watching this from work, so let me not make this video too long for you, okay? Let me also tell you a trick. Make sure that you change the speed to 1.25. That's what I do. And then you can watch the video fast and get back to work and not get your boss upset with you. To those who are watching the ads all the way up to here, thank you so much. I absolutely love it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, okay? Because Umlungu of the state is in tears. Oh my God. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.